My dear friends, life is not simply a series of random events or mere moments that pass by. Life is a conscious choice we make every single day in every situation we find ourselves in. But there is one decision that stands above all others, the most impactful decision you will ever make in your life. And that decision is about who you choose to be. We are often caught in the noise of society, constantly chasing after external validations, possessions, and approvals. The world tells us that success is measured by how much we acquire, how powerful we become, or how famous we get. But the truth, my friends, is that true success lies not in what we have or in what we become in the eyes of others, but in the quality of who we are within. Life is not simply something that happens to us. It is not a fixed, predetermined script that we must follow, nor is it a series of random events we must merely react to. Every single moment of life presents us with a choice whether we realize it or not. From the moment we wake up in the morning, we are making choices consciously or unconsciously about how we will experience that day. At every juncture, life is presenting us with decisions. How will we respond to challenges? How will we treat others? How will we perceive the situations we encounter? Are we going to act based on our inner values, or are we going to be swayed by the demands and judgments of the external world? Choice is the essence of life. Whether it's deciding to approach a problem with a mindset of possibility or feeling defeated by it, the way we choose to think shapes how we experience the world. The choices we make about how we think, feel, and act create the reality that we live in. You cannot control everything that happens in the world around you, but you can always control how you respond to it. The essence of true freedom lies in this very choice, choosing how we respond rather than being swept away by circumstances. Now, many people live as though life is happening to them, like they are passive recipients of fate. They feel like their happiness is dependent on external things: money, approval, success, possessions, relationships. But in reality, you have the power to create your own life. When you understand that your thoughts and actions are the seeds of the future you experience, you begin to realize the profound responsibility you carry in each moment. You can choose to build a life filled with peace, love, and joy, or one filled with regret, fear, and frustration, depending entirely on the choices you make in response to what life presents. Every moment holds an opportunity for growth. Life is not about waiting for the right moment, but about creating the moment through conscious choice. When you recognize this, you step into your own power. You cease being a victim of circumstance and become the architect of your own life. You begin to make choices that align with your deepest aspirations, your true self, not based on fleeting desires or external pressures. One of the most significant aspects of understanding that life is a choice is realizing that we are not bound by our past. Many people carry the weight of their past experiences, mistakes, regrets, and failures, and allow those to dictate how they live in the present. But the truth is, the past only has power over you if you allow it. Today you can choose to let go of the past and choose to be a different person, a better version of yourself. You can choose to take a different path, to evolve into someone who no longer dwells on what went wrong but focuses on what can go right in this very moment. In essence, life is the sum of the choices you make each day. When you begin to see life as a series of choices, you realize that you are the master of your own destiny. You are no longer at the mercy of fate, but the creator of your own experience. Each choice is an opportunity to align yourself with the person you wish to become. You can choose to be reactive or proactive. You can choose to be fearful or courageous. You can choose to be small or to step into your greatness. The power is in your hands, always. So the question is, what will you choose today? Will you let the circumstances of life control you, or will you take full responsibility for the life you create? The most powerful thing you can do is decide consciously that from this moment forward, you will choose life not as something that happens to you, but as something you actively participate in. The choices you make today will shape the tomorrow you experience. Choose wisely, choose boldly, choose with purpose. And remember, every choice you make is a vote for the kind of life you wish to live. Responsibility is often viewed as a burden, a weight we carry, something that ties us down to obligations and duties. In fact, many people try to avoid responsibility because they see it as something that takes away their freedom or forces them to face uncomfortable truths. But what if I told you that true freedom can only be found in embracing responsibility? That the very power you seek to transform your life is hidden within the willingness to take full responsibility for who you are and what you experience? Responsibility is not about being accountable for everything that happens around you. It is about acknowledging that you are in charge of how you respond to the world, how you shape your thoughts, and how you choose to act. It's the realization that while you cannot always control what happens to you, you have complete authority over how you perceive it, how you react to it, and how you let it affect you. In this way, responsibility is empowering. The moment you accept responsibility for your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you free yourself from the helplessness that comes with playing the role of a victim. No one can control you unless you allow them to. No circumstance can limit you unless you accept that limitation. You are the creator of your reality. When you take responsibility, you reclaim your power to direct your life. You see, true freedom arises when you stop blaming others or external circumstances for how you feel and what happens to you. The moment you stop blaming the world, your upbringing, your society, or anyone else for your challenges, you take back the reins of your life. When you blame, you give away your power. When you take responsibility, you own your power, and with that ownership comes the ability to change your circumstances. It's important to understand that responsibility is not about feeling guilty or being hard on yourself for mistakes made in the past. Responsibility is about being proactive, about making choices that reflect the life you want to live. It's about recognizing that the past is done, but today and tomorrow are in your hands. When you take responsibility, you step out of the narrative of being a passive observer and you step into the role of an active participant in your own life. There is tremendous power in being responsible. The key word here is response. Life will continue to throw situations your way. People will continue to act in ways that may not always align with your expectations. But you always have the ability to choose your response. When you choose your response consciously, you exercise control over your emotional state and your future. This is true empowerment. Let's consider a simple example. Think of a time when you faced a setback or a difficult situation. You may have felt disappointed or frustrated. However, in that moment, you had a choice. You could either let your emotions dictate your actions, allowing anger, resentment, or despair to take over, or you could take responsibility for your emotional state and choose to respond with patience, with optimism, or with resilience. The choice is yours, and while the external event may not change, how you respond will completely shift the outcome for you. Taking responsibility is also a catalyst for growth. When you take ownership of your life, you stop making excuses and start looking for solutions. You stop saying, "This happened because of him or her or them," and you start saying, "This is where I am, and this is what I will do to move forward." Responsibility ignites action. It fuels progress. It sparks personal development. Because when you realize you are the one who shapes your destiny, there is no room for stagnation. You know that your growth depends on the choices you make today. When you take responsibility for your actions, you also take responsibility for your impact on others. Every word you speak, every action you take sends ripples into the world. When you realize this, you begin to make more conscious decisions, not only for your own well-being, but also for the well-being of those around you. Responsibility helps you cultivate deeper relationships, greater empathy, and a more compassionate approach to life. Furthermore, taking responsibility means letting go of expectations. Many of us carry burdens of expectations that others should behave a certain way, that life should unfold according to a specific timeline, or that we should always succeed in the way we envision. But the truth is, expectations are a source of suffering. When you let go of expectations and focus instead on taking responsibility for your choices and your journey, you free yourself from disappointment and frustration. You embrace the flow of life, trusting that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Responsibility is the foundation of integrity. When you take full responsibility for your life, you develop a sense of integrity where your actions align with your values and your truth. You no longer live according to others' standards or external influences. You become someone who walks their talk, who acts with purpose and authenticity. And this builds trust both with others and, most importantly, with yourself. Ultimately, the power of responsibility lies in its transformative effect on your entire experience of life. When you embrace responsibility, you awaken to the realization that you are not just a passive participant in the events of your life. You are the creator, the director, and the actor in the grand story of your existence. You have the ability to choose, to change, and to shape your future. So take responsibility for your life. Accept that you are the one who decides how you think, how you feel, and how you act. Stop waiting for the perfect moment or the right circumstances. Step into your power today and recognize that you are the one who holds the keys to your own freedom. Through responsibility, you unlock that freedom and transform your life in ways you never imagined possible. In our society, success is often defined by external markers, wealth, fame, status, power, or accomplishments. From a young age, we are taught to chase after these things, believing that once we achieve them, we will find happiness and fulfillment. Yet, despite the external achievements we may accumulate, many people find that these accomplishments do not bring lasting contentment. Success, as defined by society, can be fleeting and unsatisfying. True success, my friends, is not about what you accumulate in the external world, but the peace you cultivate within yourself. It is about finding a sense of contentment, balance, and clarity that does not depend on the circumstances outside of you. Inner peace is the most profound form of success because it is not dependent on external achievements or validation. It is a state of being that arises from within, independent of the chaos or noise that may surround you. When you experience everything else in life begins to fall into place. You can be in the midst of challenges, uncertainty, or difficulties, yet still remain grounded, calm, and clear-headed. Inner peace provides you with the stability to face life's ups and downs without being tossed around by them. Instead of reacting impulsively or emotionally to situations, you respond with wisdom, clarity, and awareness. This state of calmness allows you to navigate life with confidence and grace. In contrast, chasing external success without cultivating inner peace often leads to stress, burnout, and dissatisfaction. The relentless pursuit of external goals can become all-consuming, leaving little room for self-reflection, personal well-being, or genuine happiness. When you place all your focus on achieving something outside of yourself, you may find that the very success you worked so hard for does not bring the fulfillment you anticipated. Inner peace, however, is always accessible to you. It is not something that you need to chase or acquire. It is something that you can nurture from within, and it is within your control to cultivate, regardless of the external circumstances. The beauty of inner peace is that it cannot be taken away by anyone or anything, and it doesn't rely on the approval of others or material success. When we fail to recognize that inner peace is the true measure of success, we can end up trapped in an illusion. We believe that if we achieve this goal or acquire that possession, we will be happy and at peace. But this is a never-ending chase. Once one goal is achieved, another emerges and we are back in the cycle of striving, often feeling unsatisfied even when we reach the peak of our achievements. True success, on the other hand, does not come from accumulating external rewards. It comes from accepting yourself fully, letting go of the need to prove yourself, and embracing the present moment. When you are at peace with who you are and where you are in life, you are already successful, regardless of how much you have or what you have achieved. Inner peace allows you to enjoy the journey rather than focusing solely on the destination. The impact of inner peace on relationships. Inner peace is not only transformative for your own life, but it also has a profound effect on your relationships. When you are at peace with yourself, you bring a sense of calmness and harmony into your interactions with others. You are not reactive, driven by fear or insecurity, but rather able to respond with patience, empathy, and understanding. On the contrary, when you are constantly anxious, stressed, or chasing external success, it often affects your relationships. The pressure to achieve, the lack of inner peace, and the need to prove yourself can create tension, misunderstandings, and emotional distance between you and those you care about. True success, therefore, includes the ability to foster meaningful, loving, and compassionate relationships. Inner peace cultivates self-trust and resilience. One of the most powerful aspects of inner peace is that it enables you to trust yourself and your ability to navigate any challenge. When you are at peace inside, you are not shaken by external difficulties. You are able to remain grounded and composed, knowing that you can handle whatever comes your way. This resilience comes from within, and it is rooted in the deep trust you have in your own ability to rise above challenges and grow from them. In contrast, when you are constantly stressed or seeking external validation, you may lack this internal resilience. You may feel uncertain, overwhelmed, or fragile in the face of life's uncertainties. But when your success is rooted in inner peace, you know that no matter what life presents, you have the capacity to remain balanced, find solutions, and stay true to your path. Another key aspect of inner peace is the clarity it brings. When your mind is cluttered with anxiety, worry, and endless striving, it is difficult to think clearly or make sound decisions. But when you cultivate peace within, your mind becomes sharper, your thoughts clearer, and your sense of purpose more defined. Inner peace allows you to connect with your higher self, enabling you to align with your true calling and make decisions that are in harmony with your deepest values. With inner peace, you are no longer distracted by fleeting desires or external distractions. You are able to focus on what truly matters, pursue your purpose with dedication, and act with intention. The clarity that arises from inner peace helps you make better choices, leading to more authentic, meaningful success. Lastly, inner peace gives you the freedom to be yourself. When you are no longer driven by the need to prove yourself, to gain approval, or to chase external success, you experience a profound sense of freedom. You no longer feel bound by expectations or the judgments of others. You are free to follow your own path, to live authentically, and to experience life on your terms. This freedom is the ultimate form of success because it liberates you from the limitations and pressures that the world places on you. From the moment we are born, we are immersed in a world of expectations from our parents, society, culture, and even our peers. These expectations shape the way we view ourselves, the way we behave, and the goals we set for our lives. In many ways, we are taught to live for others, to meet the standards set by external forces, and to measure our worth based on how well we align with these expectations. However, true freedom lies in liberating ourselves from these external pressures and learning to define our own path. External expectations are often rooted in societal norms and values that are not necessarily aligned with our own true desires or needs. From an early age, many of us are conditioned to seek approval, validation, and success as defined by others. We are told what to pursue, how to behave, and what is acceptable or successful. But the problem with living according to these expectations is that they rarely reflect our authentic selves. Instead, they impose a framework on us that is narrow, limiting, and often disconnected from our deepest passions, values, and desires. For example, many people are pressured to follow conventional career paths such as becoming a doctor, lawyer, or engineer, not necessarily because they feel drawn to those professions, but because those roles are considered prestigious or financially rewarding. Likewise, we are often taught that happiness comes from acquiring certain possessions, achieving a certain social status, or living up to other people's standards of beauty or success. This external pressure can leave us feeling stressed, anxious, and unfulfilled because we are chasing goals that do not resonate with who we truly are. When we live under the weight of external expectations, we may find ourselves constantly striving to meet these standards at the expense of our own happiness, well being, and authenticity. This struggle for approval, validation, and conformity can create inner turmoil, leading to feelings of inadequacy, resentment, or confusion about what we truly want from life. True freedom begins when we recognize the difference between what others expect from us and what we expect from ourselves. The first step toward freeing ourselves from external expectations is to embark on a journey of self discovery. We must ask ourselves, what is it that I truly want? What path aligns with my passions, my values, and my unique potential? This journey of self-discovery is essential because it allows us to reconnect with our authentic selves and identify what truly matters to us. It requires us to silence the noise of the world, the judgments of others, and the internalized beliefs that have been instilled in us over the years. When we take the time to reflect on our desires, our purpose, and our values, we begin to uncover a deeper understanding of who we are and what we want to create in our lives. The process of self-discovery is not always easy. It requires courage to challenge the status quo, to question societal norms, and to move beyond the conditioning that has shaped our behavior. But it is through this process that we break free from the shackles of external expectations and step into a life that is uniquely our own. Once we begin to understand what is true for us, the next step is to find the courage to let go of others' expectations. This is where the real transformation occurs. It takes tremendous courage to defy the beliefs and standards that society has imposed upon us. It requires us to be willing to disappoint others, to risk judgment, and to step into the unknown. However, the freedom that comes from letting go of these external expectations is priceless. When we stop living for the approval of others, we free ourselves to live authentically, to pursue what truly brings us joy, and to create a life that is in alignment with our deepest values. We no longer feel the pressure to meet arbitrary standards set by the world around us. Instead, we trust ourselves and our own inner compass to guide us. Letting go of external expectations also means embracing the discomfort of standing alone at times. It may mean choosing a path that is unconventional, that doesn't fit into the boxes others have drawn for us. But true freedom is found when we realize that we are not here to conform to anyone else's vision for our lives. We are here to live out our own vision, to chart our own course, and to be the creators of our own destiny. Self-acceptance plays a critical role in freeing ourselves from external expectations. When we fully accept ourselves for who we are, with all our imperfections, flaws, and uniqueness, we no longer feel the need to prove ourselves to anyone. We no longer need validation or approval from others because we recognize that we are inherently worthy and valuable regardless of external judgments. Self-acceptance is the foundation of confidence. When we accept ourselves, we stop comparing ourselves to others and stop measuring our success based on other people's standards. We start to trust our own judgment, honor our own path, and follow what feels true to us. not what we think will impress or satisfy others. Self-acceptance frees us from the trap of seeking approval, allowing us to live life on our own terms. One of the most powerful tools in freeing ourselves from external expectations is the ability to say no. Saying no is not just about rejecting specific requests, but about rejecting the pressures and demands that others place on us. It is about setting clear boundaries that honor our needs, values, and time. When we learn to say no to things that do not serve us or align with our vision, we create space for what truly matters. Saying no is a powerful act of self-respect, and it allows us to preserve our energy and focus on our own growth and happiness. By learning to say no to external pressures, we take control of our time and energy. We no longer feel obligated to meet every expectation or to please everyone. Instead, we choose where we invest our time and attention. Aligning ourselves with what resonates with our authentic selves. Ultimately, freedom from expectations means embracing the fullness of our own authenticity. It means being unapologetically ourselves, regardless of whether or not we fit into societal molds. It means trusting that we are enough just as we are and that we do not need to change or conform to meet anyone else's standards. Living authentically is a radical act in today's world. It is the courage to stand in your truth, to walk a path that feels right for you, and to let go of the need to please others. When we embrace our authenticity, we give others permission to do the same. We create a ripple effect of freedom, allowing everyone around us to be true to themselves as well. Ultimately, freedom from external expectations means embracing the fullness of our own authenticity. It means being unapologetically ourselves, regardless of whether or not we fit into societal molds. It means trusting that we are enough just as we are, and that we do not need to change or conform to meet anyone else's standards. Living authentically is a radical act in today's world. It is the courage to stand in your truth, to walk a path that feels right for you, and to let go of the need to please others. When we embrace our authenticity, we give others permission to do the same. We create a ripple effect of freedom, allowing everyone around us to be true to themselves as well. It all begins with your thoughts. Your mind is like a garden, and your thoughts are the seeds you plant. Positive, expansive, and purposeful thoughts lead to positive outcomes, while negative, limiting, or fearful thoughts produce experiences of lack, struggle, and confusion. The reality you live is a reflection of what you consistently think about, focus on, and believe. Every choice, action, and even reaction you take is shaped by the thoughts that run through your mind. The way you perceive life is created by the way you perceive yourself. Your beliefs create your experiences. If you believe that you are limited, unworthy, or incapable, those thoughts will manifest as external limitations, difficulties, and obstacles. But if you believe in your own potential, abundance, and power, your external reality will reflect those inner truths. One of the most empowering realizations is taking full responsibility for your life. Many people blame external factors, circumstances, other people, fate, or luck for their experiences, forgetting that they have the power to influence the very circumstances through their thoughts, emotions, and actions. True empowerment comes when you stop looking outside for answers and start looking within. You are not a victim of the world around you. You are the one who decides how you respond to it. Taking responsibility is about recognizing that while you may not control everything that happens, you always have control over how you respond to it. You are the one who decides your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, and through these choices, you shape your reality. Many people have heard of the law of attraction, which states that like attracts like. In essence, this means that the energy you put out into the world is what you attract back. If you focus on lack, fear, or negativity, more of those experiences will show up in your life. Conversely, if you focus on abundance, love, and possibility, you begin to attract more of those experiences into your reality. The key to understanding this law is recognizing that your energy is always connected to your thoughts, feelings, and intentions. When you shift your inner landscape, your outer world follows. You are not a passive participant in life. You are the creator of the energy you emit, and this energy determines what comes back to you. The power of creation is found in every moment of choice. You are always making choices even when you are unaware of it. The way you respond to situations, the way you speak to yourself, and the actions you take, these are all choices that shape your reality. Even in moments when life seems uncertain or chaotic, you have the power to choose your response. By choosing thoughts that empower you, actions that align with your higher purpose, and responses that reflect your values, you are actively creating the life you desire. Creation is not something that happens later, it happens in every present moment. One of the greatest gifts you have as a creator is your intuition, the quiet inner voice that guides you. Your intuition knows what is true for you, what path to take, and what feels right. It is the deeper wisdom within you, untainted by external noise or distractions. Trusting your intuition allows you to stay connected to your true self, to listen to the inner guidance that speaks beyond logic or reason. Intuition often feels like a gentle nudge or a deep knowing that arises within. When you act in alignment with this inner wisdom, you are creating from a space of authenticity and purpose. While it is true that thoughts and beliefs shape your reality, action is equally important in the process of creation. You must act on the thoughts, intentions, and visions you hold. Simply thinking positively without corresponding action will not bring about the change you desire. You must take steps that align with your vision even when those steps seem small or uncertain. Action is the bridge between intention and manifestation. Whether it is making a decision, initiating a conversation, starting a new project, or simply taking care of yourself, every action you take contributes to the creation of your life. One of the greatest lessons in creation is letting go of attachment to outcomes. While it's important to have a clear vision, it is equally important to release the need to control how and when things will happen. Life operates in its own timing, and trusting this timing is a crucial aspect of creation. When you let go of control and allow life to unfold naturally, you open yourself to greater possibilities. Often, unexpected opportunities and outcomes arise when you release the need to micromanage every detail. Trust that the universe will conspire in your favor as long as you remain committed to your vision and take aligned action. In a world that constantly promotes external success, achievements, and material possessions as the keys to happiness, it is easy to believe that fulfillment comes from outside sources, from the things we acquire, the status we attain, or the validation we receive from others. However, true fulfillment is not found in the external world, it is found deep within you. It is not something to be achieved or attained, it is something to be realized and cultivate. Many people spend their lives chasing the illusion of fulfillment through external accomplishments, a higher income, a bigger house, more followers, more recognition. While these things can provide temporary satisfaction, they do not lead to lasting contentment. External achievements are fleeting, and when the novelty wears off, the sense of fulfillment often fades away, leaving a lingering sense of emptiness or longing. When we look for fulfillment in the external world, we are essentially looking for a sense of completion that comes from outside of ourselves. But no amount of external validation or material success can fill the inner void, because the truth is, you are already complete within yourself. Fulfillment is an inside job. It comes from a deep sense of peace and satisfaction that arises from within, independent of external circumstances. It is the recognition that you are enough, just as you are. You do not need anything or anyone to complete you, because your fulfillment comes from living in alignment with your own true nature, values, and purpose. This inner fulfillment is not dependent on what you have or what you achieve. It arises when you accept yourself fully, mix your unique journey, and find joy in the present moment. It is a state of being, not a goal to be reached. Fulfillment is deeply connected to inner peace, the state of being at peace with who you are, with where you are, and with the flow of life. Inner peace does not come from external conditions but from within. It comes when you let go of unnecessary attachments, expectations, and fears. It comes when you stop seeking approval or validation from the outside world and instead focus on cultivating peace within yourself. When you have inner peace, you are no longer constantly striving, comparing, or competing. You are content with the present moment, knowing that everything you need is already within you. Inner peace is the foundation upon which true fulfillment is built because it allows you to experience life as it is without the constant need for external validation. Another essential aspect of fulfillment is gratitude. When you cultivate gratitude, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you already have. Gratitude grounds you in the present moment and helps you appreciate the abundance that is already a part of your life. This simple yet powerful practice allows you to feel fulfilled in every moment, regardless of your external circumstances. Gratitude is not just about being thankful for the big things, but also for the small, everyday blessings, the relationships, the experiences, the lessons, and the beauty of life. When you develop a habit of gratitude, you naturally start to feel more fulfilled because you realize that you are surrounded by all that you need to be content. Perfectionism is another major barrier to fulfillment. When you are constantly striving for perfection, you are living with the belief that you are not enough as you are. Perfectionism keeps you trapped in a cycle of never feeling truly satisfied because you are always focused on what you don't have or haven't achieved yet. Fulfillment comes when you release the need for perfection and embrace your humanity. Accept that you are imperfect, and that's okay. Life is a journey of growth and learning, and fulfillment is found in embracing both your strengths and your flaws. It's the acceptance of yourself in all your authenticity that brings true fulfillment. Another powerful source of fulfillment is living a life aligned with your purpose. Everyone has a unique contribution to make in this world. And when you connect with that purpose, you experience a deep sense of meaning and fulfillment. Purpose is not something you find outside of yourself. It's something that arises from within. When you listen to your calling, fulfillment also comes from self-love, the ability to accept and care for yourself as you are. When you love yourself, you stop seeking love or approval from others to feel whole. You realize that you are deserving of love and respect simply because you exist. Self-love is not about arrogance or selfishness. It is about honoring your own needs, respecting your boundaries, and showing yourself kindness and compassion. When you love yourself, you create a deep sense of contentment that doesn't depend on anything outside of you. One of the most profound ways to experience fulfillment is through giving to others. When you give, whether through acts of kindness, sharing your talents, or offering support, you tap into a deep sense of joy and connection that nourishes your soul. Giving does not always have to be material, it can also be emotional, mental, or spiritual. Fulfillment is found in the selfless act of giving because it creates a sense of interconnectedness and purpose. When you give freely, you experience the joy of seeing others benefit from your actions, and this joy adds to your own sense of fulfillment. Giving reminds you that fulfillment is not about accumulating more for yourself, but about sharing your gifts with the world. True fulfillment brings with it a sense of freedom. When you realize that fulfillment does not depend on external circumstances, you free yourself from the need to chase after fleeting desires. You no longer feel the pressure to live up to societal standards or compare yourself to others. Fulfillment comes when you are free to be yourself, to live authentically, and to embrace your life as it is. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of personal growth and fulfillment. It is the ability to observe and understand your thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and motivations without judgment. It is the capacity to become conscious of who you are, why you think and act the way you do, and how your inner world shapes your experience of the outer world. In a fast-paced, ever-changing world, it's easy to get caught up in external distractions and lose touch with your inner self. However, true transformation and fulfillment are only possible when we develop a deep sense of self awareness. It allows us to respond to life from a place of clarity and authenticity rather than reacting from unconscious patterns, fear, or habit. Self awareness allows you to see yourself with clarity. It is the ability to recognize your strengths, weaknesses, desires, and limitations. When you are truly aware of yourself, you can make choices that are aligned with your authentic needs and values. Without self awareness, we often move through life reacting impulsively, driven by unconscious patterns, societal pressures, or the influence of others. Knowing yourself deeply is empowering. It allows you to make conscious choices, take responsibility for your actions, and align your life with your true desires. Self awareness helps you identify areas where you are out of alignment with your values, giving you the opportunity to make changes that will bring greater peace and fulfillment to your dynamics. You must engage in regular reflection. This involves taking time to pause, step back, and examine your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors without judgment. It's about asking yourself the tough questions. Why did I react that way? What do I truly want? Why am I feeling this emotion? Reflection is not about criticizing or judging yourself, but about observing your patterns and understanding why you think and behave the way you do. It's about seeing yourself clearly, acknowledging your strengths and areas of growth, and embracing both with compassion. Through reflection, you begin to notice the subconscious beliefs and thought patterns that influence your actions, allowing you to change them. Self awareness also involves becoming aware of your emotions. Emotional awareness is the ability to recognize and understand your emotional responses in different situations. It helps you differentiate between what you are truly feeling versus what your mind is telling you to feel. Emotions are powerful guides that can teach you a lot about yourself, but only when you are attuned to them. This emotional awareness is a key component of emotional intelligence, the ability to manage, control, and express your emotions in a healthy and productive way. When you are self aware, you can navigate difficult emotions like anger, sadness, or frustration without letting them control your actions. Instead, you can use them as cues for deeper understanding and growth. For example, if you feel anger arising in a situation, being self aware means you can pause, reflect, and ask yourself, what is this anger telling me? What deeper need or boundary has been violated? Rather than letting the emotion dictate your actions, you can consciously choose how to respond in a way that aligns with your true values and needs. Self awareness is the foundation of personal growth. Without it, it's difficult to understand where you are, where you've been, and where you need to go. It gives you a roadmap for personal development, allowing you to see your blind spots and areas that require attention or change. When you are self aware, you can identify the behaviors, beliefs, and habits that no longer serve you. You can make intentional decisions to let go of limiting patterns, break free from negative cycles, and create new habits that align with your aspirations. Self awareness allows you to take control of your growth journey, guiding you toward greater fulfillment and alignment with your higher purpose. Mindfulness is one of the most powerful tools for cultivating self awareness. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, aware of your thoughts, feelings, sensations, and surroundings without attachment or judgment. It helps you observe your inner experience from a place of detachment, which enables you to gain insight into your thoughts, behaviors, and emotional patterns. Through mindfulness, you learn to notice the subtle thoughts and emotions that arise within you, allowing you to respond to life with greater clarity and understanding. Mindfulness brings awareness to the present moment so you are not lost in the past or anxious about the future. This present moment awareness is crucial for understanding your thoughts, emotions, and actions as they occur, which ultimately helps you make more conscious and empowered choices. Self awareness also plays a significant role in your relationships with others. When you are self aware, you are more in tune with your emotions, triggers, and needs, which helps you communicate more effectively with others. It enables you to navigate conflict with greater empathy and understanding because you are not reacting from unconscious patterns of behavior. Instead, you are able to express yourself authentically, listen with compassion, and engage in conversations with a sense of clarity. Moreover, when you are self aware, you are better able to recognize when your expectations of others may be unrealistic or when you are projecting your own issues onto them. You develop healthier, more authentic relationships because you are no longer looking to others to fill the gaps in your own sense of self. You interact with people from a place of self understanding, which creates deeper connections and mutual respect. Self awareness directly influences the decisions you make. When you understand your values, desires, emotions, and motivations, you are better equipped to make choices that align with your true self. Self awareness allows you to make decisions that are authentic and grounded in your deeper sense of purpose. For example, if you are faced with a decision that involves your career or relationships, being self aware means you can assess how the decision aligns with your values and long term goals. It helps you avoid making decisions based on external pressure, societal expectations, or short term rewards. Instead, you can make choices that contribute to your overall sense of well being, fulfillment, and alignment with your true essence. Self awareness is not a destination but a lifelong journey. As you evolve and grow, your self awareness deepens and you gain new insights into yourself and the world around you. It is a continuous process of learning, unlearning, and expanding. The more you commit to self awareness, the more you discover about who you truly are, your passions, your fears, your desires, and your purpose. And the more you understand yourself, the more empowered you become to live a life of authenticity, fulfillment, and joy. One of the most empowering truths you can realize in life is that no one can stop you except for yourself. External circumstances, people's opinions, and societal expectations might present challenges, but the true barrier to your success, growth, and fulfillment lies within. You are the architect of your destiny. The power to shape your life and to create the future you desire is entirely in your hands. Many people live under the illusion that external forces, such as the people's judgment, lack of resources, or unfavorable conditions, can hold them back. In reality, while external circumstances can influence your path, they do not have the power to determine your ultimate success unless you allow them to. It's easy to blame others or life's difficulties for why we aren't where we want to be. However, if you truly step into your own power, you'll realize that no one has the authority to dictate your journey but you. Even when faced with obstacles, you can choose how to respond and how to move forward. Your mindset, your actions, and your attitude determine your progress, not the conditions around you. The most significant force that can stop or propel you is your own mindset. If you believe that others have the power to stop you, then you are giving away your power. When you adopt the mindset that no one can stop you, you free yourself from the limitations others might place on you, whether intentionally or unintentionally. A person with a determined and empowered mindset sees obstacles as challenges to overcome, not as insurmountable walls. Your belief in yourself and your vision is the greatest weapon against any external hindrance. The world may try to discourage you, but with a positive, resilient mindset, you will find a way to overcome any barrier. To realize that no one can stop you, you must own your personal power. This means acknowledging that you are the creator of your reality. You are not a victim of circumstances or the opinions of others. Instead, you are the one who decides how to respond to life, how to pursue your goals, and how to rise above challenges. When you take full ownership of your power, you no longer give others the authority to control your emotions or your actions. You realize that no external force has the power to stop you unless you allow it. You stop waiting for permission, approval, or validation from others and start acting according to your own inner guidance and truth. One of the most common reasons people feel they can be stopped is the fear of rejection or criticism. Many people hesitate to follow their dreams because they worry about what others will think or whether they will be accepted. The truth is, no one can stop you unless you allow their opinions or judgments to hold weight in your life. When you let go of the fear of rejection, you liberate yourself to pursue what truly matters to you. You no longer allow the opinions of others to dictate choices. Whether others support you or not, you trust in your own vision and continue moving forward, knowing that you don't need anyone's approval to live your truth. Life will always have its share of difficulties. There will be moments when things don't go as planned, when things seem to fall apart, or when you experience failure. However, resilience is what keeps you going when the going gets tough. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to learn from mistakes, and to continue pursuing your goals despite the setbacks. Resilience is what transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth. It is not the challenge itself that defines you, but your response to it. When you are resilient, you refuse to allow anything, including failure, to stop you. You view challenges as part of the process and understand that with each setback, you are one step closer to your success. When you realize that you are the creator of your own reality, you stop giving power to anyone or anything that might stop you. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions shape your experience of life. No one has the ability to stop you unless you let them, because the only person whose approval or permission you need is your own. Your thoughts create your reality, and if you believe that no one can stop you, you are already halfway to achieving your goals. Your inner conviction and sense of purpose will guide you through any challenge, and the universe will conspire to support you when you are in alignment with your vision. Ultimately, the path you take is your own, and no one else can walk it for you. Others may try to influence or guide you, but only you have the power to decide which direction to go. If you are waiting for someone else to open the door for you or give you permission to take the next step, you will forever remain stagnant. The truth is that you already have everything you need to succeed within you. All the tools, wisdom, and resources you need to move forward are already available to you. The only person who can stop you is the person who doubts, fears, or hesitates inside of you. By confronting these internal obstacles, you free yourself to embrace your full potential. In closing, remember this: the most impactful decision you will ever make is the decision to believe in yourself, to take full responsibility for your life, and to never let anyone or anything stand in your way. Life will present you with challenges and people may doubt you, but the only true power you need to succeed lies within you. When you fully embrace that no one can stop you, when you realize that every obstacle is an opportunity, every challenge is a lesson, and every setback is just a stepping stone, you unlock the infinite potential that already exists within you. The world is waiting for you to rise, to claim your power, and to step boldly into your purpose. Don't let fear or uncertainty hold you back. Your journey is yours alone, and it is yours to shape with every choice, every action, and every belief you hold about yourself. So go forth with confidence, knowing that you are the creator of your reality. No one can stop you, not because you're immune to challenges, but because you have the strength, resilience, and vision to keep moving forward no matter what. The decision is yours. Choose to live as the unstoppable force you are meant to be. The world is ready for you to shine.